Hello and welcome to this week's Conscious Wealth training video. And this week's training is all about staying in that creative flow of money, right? Prioritizing creativity, because I will tell you that creativity is what literally generates, and what generates is what creates wealth. And so the more you can be in your creative inspirational flow, the more you're going to be able to work yourself into a place where you get paid for your being and not for your doing. Because isn't that why we all started these businesses in the first place, right? To be able to be in generative, yummy, creation, inspirational space. Because when we get stuck in administrative stuff and overwhelm and our to-do lists, we really stop the flow of creativity. Now, that's not to say that you don't have to do some of those things, especially in the beginning, but the goal is to get you into your creative space 100% of the time. I personally used to spend about 40 or 50% of my time in my zone of what I like to call like my creative genius. And now I've worked my way up to really spending more like 80% time, 80% of my schedule in my creative flow. And as I've done that, I've watched my income double and triple and quadruple. And so that's what we're going to do for you here today. We're going to lay out the way that you can spend as much time as possible in your creative flow. Creativity literally is generated from the same chi in your body that generates anger. And so when we suppress our anger, guess what else we're suppressing? And especially for women, we weren't always taught that it's okay to be fierce and to be angry. And the truth is that when we suppress that, we're suppressing our creativity. And so this is kind of a side note, but be sure that when you feel that sense of overwhelm or frustration or anger, that you find healthy ways to express that. Whether you go work out or whether you call a trusted friend who's earned the right and let them know that you just need to express some strong feelings, or you have a wrestling session with yourself or with somebody you love. Move that energy, because when you don't, you're actually suppressing your own creativity, which is suppressing your wealth. It's suppressing your money. And so how do we create our schedules so that we can spend as much time as possible in our generative, creative wealth flow? I'm going to walk you through a short process here that's going to help you do just that. And the first step is to think about a time that you had to do something in your business that just felt like drudgery. It was administrative, it was overwhelming, it was detail-oriented, and you just didn't like it. What was that task? And just feel how that feels in your body. And step 2 now, and pause me if you need to, right, to think about your answer. And then step 2 is I want you to think about a time when you did something in your business that opened you up, wide open, right? That made you feel alive, a memory of a business task that lit you up, that stirred up your inspiration, that brought you joy. And notice how that feels in your body. And now pay attention to that joyful business task and pay attention to how your body feels when you feel that, and use that as an indicator of like true north, as an energy to move toward in all of your business tasks. Okay, so now I want you to go ahead and write a list of everything that you have to accomplish in your business this week. And I want you to notice how your body feels for each of those tasks. And you can actually pause me as you do that. And then when you come back and you have your list, I'm going to have you go through your list, and I want you to rate each task on a scale of -10 all the way up to +10. -10 being a score for a task that generates a really negative physical response, right? If your body really doesn't want to do it at all, you'll score it a -10, all the way up to +10. +10 being that your body is excited and inspired and feels creative and generative when you do this task. So again, go through your tasks and rate them each with a number based on negative to 10, from most negative physical responses in your body to most positive physical sensations and responses in your body. So here's an example for me. Checking email is something I really don't like to do. It's like a -4. It's not a -10, but it's like, not super enjoyable. So it's like a -4. So this is something that I'm more and more giving to my team. Writing launch emails, it's okay. I like writing, I like creative writing. I'd rather be writing a newsletter than a launch email, so it's a -2. So I'm actually thinking about hiring a copywriter to help me with some of that stuff. Updating my sales page still feels kind of, to me again, still kind of negative. I'd rather write newsletters. I'd rather do creative writing than actually like updating website pages. So again, this is a task that I'll be looking to give away later this year. Now, planning workshop content, ding, 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 I'm into the positives, right? Like I'm so excited to lead my workshop. It's something I love to do. +8. Making the video for this course, love making these videos. It's so much fun to be with you guys. I feel in my creative flow. I feel inspired. +10. This is one of my favorite things to do. And then chatting with JV partners, I really love connecting with people. I love connecting with people that I can support in their businesses and in their business visions, and they can do that for me. So that got a +7. So you can see that if I add up all of my scores, I'm actually above the line. I'm above 0. I'm at a +15. Now, I've been working at this for a while, so don't compare yourself to me, right? But the goal is to get yourself, first of all, above 0. Now, there's no ideal score, right? It's not like you have to hit a certain score, but we score it this way so that first of all, you can get yourself above 0, and that second of all, we can have your scores improving slowly over time. So again, go ahead and rate your scores, and then pause me and come back. Okay, so great. How did you do? I hope that you are realizing what it might feel like to spend the majority of your business in this flow of inspiration and of creativity. And here's another trick. Especially in the beginning, you are going to have to do things in your business that are getting more negative point values. And so I'll let you know, if you start your day out with the positive, more expansive tasks, you'll put yourself in a frame of mind where the stuff that elicits a negative physical response doesn't like hurt so bad, right? So we start out with the generative wealth creation tasks. And then that administrative stuff that we have to do, it's not quite so painful. And we can do it in a mindset of creativity and of service, of contribution, of flow and inspiration. And the other piece is that I strongly encourage all of you to get someone that can support you with some of the things that have a negative ranking. Now, even if it's a college intern that you hire for free that comes and works for you 4 or 6 hours a week, having somebody to just take the edge off of these more negative tasks can be a game changer for you, because we need to train your subconscious mind that you don't have to build this business alone, and that you're not going to have to spend your life doing things that you don't want to do, because that's not why you got into business in the first place. So the last piece here is to make a note of 1 or maybe 2 of these things that you could give away to somebody else. And if you don't have that person this week, make a goal of having that person within the next month. All right? Well done today. Continue to notice how your body feels when you're going about the process of building your business, and what can you do to start every day out in creativity, in income-producing activities, in tasks that expand you, that light you up, that open you up to wealth. Because you started this business, again, to get paid for your being and not for your doing. And your being is beautiful, and your being is what's going to pull you forward. So enjoy, focus on the tasks that open up your creativity and your wealthy, generative self. Do those first during the day and start to give some of these other ones away. And we will see you next time at the Conscious Wealth Training video. I love you, I bless you. Mwah.